What's up, my dear boys and girls, it's your Ranger Boy here, and welcome to probably one of the most controversial videos I have ever done. I actually feel very conflicted about this video right here, because for months, and I mean literal months, I've been defending Go, his story, his progression, and his overall characterization. To be honest, I nearly deleted this video right here, because I like Go a lot. I really do, and unlike my time with Sun and Moon, I wanted to be more happy and more positive towards this new anime generation. But the latest adventure of Go was the very last push that I needed to convince myself that not only that I want to make this video, but I must do this video. So in today's video, we are going to discuss one specific topic. Is Go a Mary Sue? And if you don't know what that means, Mary Sue is a term used to describe a fictional character, usually female, who is seen as too perfect and almost boring for lack of flaws, or originally written as an idolized version of an author in fanfiction. So is Go something like that? If you want to know more, if you want to know something which I believe only represents a small fraction of the Pokemon community, aka my opinion, then grab some popcorn, grab some cookies, and let's do this already. Okay, let's talk about that one push, that straw that broke the camel's back. Why do I make this video? In episode 3, Go catches a Suicune. Go catches a legendary Pokemon. And no, this is not a joke, neither is it clickbait. I wish it was clickbait. And how did he do that? Well, it can be summed up like this. Pokemon hunters drive Suicune in corner and weakened legendary Pokemon to the point of being drained of all of its energy. Go's like, I must save Suicune! Monster Ball! Go! Pokeball lands on Suicune, bounces off, and flies perfectly into his hands. Bing! Catches Suicune! In one go! In one go! In one go! Escapes with Suicune and treats its wounds. But Suicune is like, grrr! Humans are bad! But Go is like, no! Pokehunter bad person they are! Not a bad person, I am! Pokehunter bad! Me! Good person! After some minutes of quality bonding, the filthy Pokehunters arrive, demanding the legendary, really hard to catch Pokemon, and Go's all like, protect Suicune, I must! And the also mistrusting Suicune has one specific thought in his mind. Is human good? And with teamwork and the power of endless trust and friendship, they drive away the Pokemon hunters. They win. But Go realizes that Suicune has other responsibilities as a legendary Pokemon and tries to release him. And Go is all like, Go, you must! Other responsibilities you have! I even turn around to make this release look more badass! But Go convinced Suicune so much that he decides to stay with Go, which means that Go officially caught a legendary Pokemon. Happy End! Okay, jetzt reicht's mir. Ich werde euch jetzt im Detail erklären, was genau mit Go schiefläuft. Sorry guys, Sorry guys, but somehow the great amount of non-comprehensible stuff in front of me somehow mixed up my character with my real life, and therefore I started to speak German. And I'm also sorry if I seem to overly ridicule the whole Suicune situation, but let's be honest here, it is kinda ridiculous. So let's put the whole comedy aside and instead let's be a little bit more serious. Let's be a little bit more quaint. Let's analyze Go as a whole and let's talk about whether or not his overall progression justifies people to call him a Mary Sue. Let's start with number 1, Go's beginnings. And I have to say this, I still love, and I mean love, how they introduced Go as a character. They showed his childhood and his future aspirations of wanting to catch Mew in just the very first episode, therefore establishing him very early on into this brand new generation. After that, the anime showcases numerous aspects of Go by using Ash as his direct opposite. While Ash is the more optimistic one and bases his love on his experience with Pokemon, Go instead based his love for Pokemon on his love for science, logic, and analysis. But there was no denying that both love Pokemon to the very core of their existence, which made them a really charming duo, right from the get-go. Also, interestingly enough, instead of being all positive and happy-go-lucky like Ash, Go had a more analytical and downright realistic view on not only Pokemon, but also the world in and of itself, and therefore, the relationship between the two boys wasn't all sunshine and rainbow, but sometimes had their cloudy moments and conflicts as well. but as much of a realist Go was in those first episodes, he also can admit whenever he's wrong, and that sometimes this unconventional way of Ash might possibly be the right way to solve a solution. Thanks to Ash, he was a bit more positive and even convinced his future partner Scorbunny to not be stuck in one place, to not just have one point of view of the world just like Go had in the past, but to go out of his comfort zone and explore the world. And that sudden love for exploration made Scorbunny fall in love with Go, to the point where he even chased him down. After that, he had a very bad experience with his very first Pokemon battle, showing that as much positive things he witnessed with Ash and Scorbunny so far, one bad experience was enough to transform him back into the more pessimistic and rational side of Go, showcasing that he's emotionally a little bit fragile as well and quickly wanted to give up on Pokemon battles as a result of that bad experience. But thanks to witnessing Ash's battling, he quickly bounced back to being more optimistic. And all of this, excellent, chef kisses, excellent storytelling and characterization of Go, they did that in the first 7 episodes. Holy crap. At that point I was like, oh my god, he might be my favorite character of all time, which is really hard because the place for my favorite anime character is a constant triangle between Ash, Dawn and Serena. The sky is the limit for this guy, so I thought. So long, what happened next? Well, my dear boys and girls, this happened next. Number 2, Go, the walking Pokemon Go app on 2 legs. I don't know why, but soon after this great development, for some reason they put that aspect of him to the sidelines, and instead of showcasing Go as a character, the Pokemon anime instead concentrated more on him catching more and more Pokemon without any meaning or purpose behind every capture he made. It went on and on and on, one Pokemon after another without any meaning. Besides Scorbunny and Sobble, he didn't even make an attempt to bond with any of his new Pokemon. I'm not saying that they completely gave up on characterizing him, because we had some moments of Go with the Scorbunny evolution episode, the childhood friend episode, and the release episode. But those characterizations were things we already have seen with other characters before and didn't really add that much substance to Go's story or just Go as a whole. And one theory I made in one of my past videos was that they made Go into this generic capture machine because they wanted to appeal to casual fans. And to be honest, it is kinda scary how accurate my theory was, because months later they implemented Go, the character, into Pokemon Go, the most casual Pokemon game for the most casual Pokemon fans. And adding the guy as an event was, in my opinion, an attempt to drag casual fans into the anime by introducing them to the newest main protagonist. We can argue about the effectiveness of this move, but fact is that they did that. And that my theory was, to my surprise, actually spot on. So not only the fans, but in my opinion, the writers themselves, sooner but later realized that they couldn't continue on with this stagnation of Go for the sake of casual appeal. So long, what did they do next? Well, the next point will kinda answer today's topic, which is Go a Mary Sue? Let's talk about episode 36. This is the episode after Ash received a devastating loss to Gym Leader B, and as a result of that, Ash D-ranked even further from the World Championships to the point where he got demoted back to the normal class again. Understandably, Ash was rather depressed about that, and to cheer up his friend, Go did so by fighting against a wild Flygon by himself, while also showing a lot of fighting spirit, which in the end lifted up Ash's own spirit, therefore pushing him back to his older self. And usually, you would think that this moment right here was some kind of meaningful progression for Go in a long while, and you would be right. But this episode right here, this moment, also earmarked a very dangerous way of approaching Go as a character, aka something which I call the double-edged sword approach. On the one hand, he showed a lot of guts and fighting spirit in this episode, but on the other hand, his overall battling skills grew in such a drastic way, out of nowhere, that he even executed Ash's unpredictable battle style and overall creativity perfectly, something that Ash himself needed years to perfectly master, and Go does it in just 1 episode. Not convinced yet? Hell, he even copied Ash's Draco Meteor climb from XY and Sun and Moon, like he was Ash himself, and both XY and Sun and Moon Ash are regarded as the peak of Ash's skills. And remember, in that episode, Go was technically still a newbie with barely any real or legit battling experience whatsoever. And that risky approach, this balancing of Go being either a complete Mary Sue or a well-written and relatable character, this sort of writing style continued on until this very day. Despite having barely any experience, he competently battled a freaking Zapdos, a legendary. Well. He showcased better analytical and deduction skills compared to Sonia, who's not only the daughter, but also the assistant of Professor Magnolia, aka the professor from the Galar region. And without Go, Sonia would never have been able to actually solve the mystery in regards of Eternatus. He battled Oleana and her Militic, aka he battled the right hand of the main villain, and he battled Mewtwo together with Ash and Lucario, while also even being able to execute tag team moves perfectly together with Ash and Lucario, despite, you know, never having a tag team battle ever. But although all of that sounds very Mary Sue-ish, I didn't mind at all. Matter of fact, I love this approach, because not only did we drift away from this Pokemon Go approach, but also during those battles, Go showed so much guts and so much passion while also showing his analytical skills. I just loved it. And in the Mewtwo episode, they even finally explained why exactly catching all Pokemon would lead him to Mew. And even though in my opinion it would have been better to explain that earlier, I just love that they finally explained that, giving his goal and his character more depth. Despite the Mary Sue-ish element that Go had, I was so happy that they put the Pokemon Go element of his character to the sidelines and just like in the beginning, concentrated more on Go himself as a character, displaying the oozing potential that he has. I was in love again, I was in heaven! Until the Suicune episode brought me back down to earth. This episode not only destroyed the double-edged sword characterization of Go, but this right here downright pushed him and marked him as a complete Mary Sue. The fact that he needed just 53 episodes to catch a legendary Pokemon. A legendary! Something that Ash never has done before. And not only that, but everything else, like him catching Suicune in one go! The fact that the anime used a cliche storyline of Go gaining his trust of a mistrusting legendary by showing bravery, and Suicune just casually decides that Go is the perfect trainer to wield his power, despite everybody including Go himself stating that Suicune is more important for the Pokemon environment, which in my opinion also displayed Go as this flawless, perfect being with perfect behavior and perfect morals. Everything about this episode was so wrong. And that's why the double-edged sword attempt of Go's character is so dangerous. Because one wrong misstep like this has the potential to massively damage the character. And man, this was a misstep. A huge misstep. As of right now, he is a Mary Sue. And it will take a miracle and a long time to get rid of this mark. And as much as I like Go in the past, this one hurts on a really personal basis. And it hurts a lot. Anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. What is your opinion on Go? Do you think he's a Mary Sue? Do you think he's not? Please tell me, because I'm still really conflicted. And just like always, I see you guys in the comments down below. Bye guys.